Hello, duelists, and welcome to the King's Court. Now, okay, really quick, for people subscribed to us who, for like, for a little while now, for the record, I'm really sorry that our videos have kind of slowed down a bit. Now, here's the thing: we like to put up at least 3 a week because real life stuff comes in. The problem is I've been sick. Oh man, it's funny. Shoot, I guess I always start videos like this now. Um, at the beginning of the month of January, I got sick, and I started feeling better. But then once again, I got sick again recently for like a week. I was super congested. I couldn't talk, so that's why videos slowed down because I couldn't talk for a little while. That's why Chandler and Michael has done like some of the videos lately. So I'm feeling a whole lot better now. This video was supposed to come out last week, but every time I tried to like power through it, my throat was killing me. But I'm feeling a whole lot better now. My voice is a little bit scratchy, but not nearly as bad as it was, and I'm feeling pretty good. So this is actually the same Neos Heroes build that I used in our recent recorded gameplay, where I was playing against friend of the channel / he's pretty much a member of the channel. It's man, we'll work with that later. But basically, he's been testing his Red Dragon Archfiend deck, and he's getting pretty good with it, if you ask me. So when he was doing that, I actually been playtesting Neos Heroes because obviously I'm always playing Omni Heroes. Always working on that build because like Heroes are just a great deck that just meld together. So there's like tons of different ways to work on the deck. But I was messing around with Neos Heroes previously, but here's the thing. I might do like a test cam video just to show how the deck works, because I'll leave like a link in the description to that gameplay between me and Chandler receive it, where he was testing his Red Dragon Archfiend deck, if you want to see it. But I didn't like the way it was like the video was framed, basically. Like some stuff got cut off. So I think later this week, maybe this weekend, I might do like a test stand video to show how the deck works, because this is actually a build different from the one I uploaded a couple months back. I'm uploading this one now because, like I said, in my other previous hero build for Omni Heroes, that, oh my god, that video just freaking blew up unexpected. I think it was almost like 2,000 views. If you've seen that video, thank you so much. I love it when videos like that just blow up. I love it. It makes me excited. Thank you so much. But I wanted to upload this one for Neos Heroes because not only did I want to get this out there because I've been messing with this build lately. This build is actually different from the one I did last time, because I'm not playing ARM Neos in this build. This build is pretty much meant to turbo out our good buddy Cosmo Neos. But I'm also bringing this up because now I'm never going to stop playing Heroes. I love Heroes so much. Number one favorite deck, no matter what. That's the main thing I want to do. But Omni Heroes, not Omni Heroes. I'm going to be focusing on Omni Heroes still. But Neos Heroes might get a little bit like more of a back burner, because I mentioned this a couple of weeks ago. And now that we're pretty much already in February, February, it's February 2nd. Next week, the sneak peek, I'm hoping I can get there and get some packs. But here's the thing. I'm definitely going to be building the Yubel deck. And by the way, has anyone seen like the ridiculous prices a lot of these Yubels are going for? Crazy, right? Good thing I had mine from my GX collection. Anyways, though, I'm going to be building the Yubel deck. I'm going to be bringing that here. I'm going to start doing like videos on Yubel like I do with Omni Heroes. So if you want to see that, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss out if you're interested in seeing Yubel stuff along with Hero stuff in general. I just love GX, I'm being honest with you. Speaking of which, I've actually been rewatching GX in my spare time. I think it still holds up personally. Let me know if there are any other GX decks you actually would want to see on the channel, because I actually have a good amount of friends who actually play GX decks, ironically. Channel member Michael is almost done with his Cyber Dragons. He just needs Duality. Luckily, that card has gone down, so good news for him. And I got a friend who's trying to find a build for Ojamas to work out. So if you want to see that, let me know in the comments. So I'm going to go over the deck right now, and I'm going to explain some cards that you can switch out for others. Really. So Because there's always going to be like that sort of thing. There are cards you could play if you don't like these ones. And I'll go over the end of the deck profile to go over what card I'm actually missing. So I'll explain that later. So, let's get to it right now. Anyone else, like I said, excited for the new set? I'm really excited. I'm really excited for these Yugioh cards. I've been waiting a while for these. All right, first off, as always, the boy Neos. You only really need one Neos, luckily, and thanks to Spirit of Neos, kind of like bounces it out if you really want to turbo them out quickly. Plus, it's a good way to defend yourself. Now, if you're new to Neos heroes, the deck actually works a little bit different from Omni heroes. Obviously, we run one Stratos. We run one-ups, basically. A lot of one-ups. One Liquid Soldier, one Blazeman. I gotta get the Seer one of this to match Liquid Soldier. And the one Shadow Mist. Basically, you run one of each because each one plays their part in a specific chain, basically. Usually, you would use Stratos, search out your Spirit of Neos, or it also depends on your hand. You also could search out Shadow Mist or Blazeman. Like, you could use Ian Shuffle, return Stratos back, summon Blazeman, use Blazeman's effect, search Poly, or if you have Ian engage Neospace, you can send Shadow Mist to the grave, search out a card. There you go. There's like a lot of specific things each one of these are meant to do. So, if you want to see, like I said, a test hand video, let me know in the comments. But also, like I said, if you're interested, I'll leave the link to the gameplay between me and she'll never see it. Let's see. Spacian Dark Panther. Grand Mole. Now, I wasn't running this one in the old build I was playing beforehand. The older deck profile from last year. But I started running this because now, Armed Neos is a great card. Very powerful card. But the problem is, his ability kind of takes too long. Like, especially if you go first, there's not much else you can do. So, I started playing, I switched it out because I wanted more Spacian targets. Because there are a lot of times I open up Engage Neospace or something, or Ian Shuffle, and I can't use it because I opened Armed Dragon. I just want to basically eliminate all possible, really bricky cards like that. So, although, if you want, you can totally cut out Air Hummingbird and a couple other cards in the extra if you want to play Armed Neos or even Rainbow Neos. Just put that out there. It's a player preference. And gotta have Aqua Dolphin. And no matter what, gotta have 3 Crosskeeper. This card is absolutely bonkers. I love Crosskeeper so much. This card is great. Just like Cross Crusader, hopefully we'll eventually get a rarity bump of this someday. That'd be great. Alrighty. That's actually all the monsters. This deck is really good. It can go turn 1, but it goes really well going turn 2. So it's really good at both of those, which heroes are in general really good at. They can go either turn 1 or turn 2. So if you want to add in hand traps, you can. Obviously, you can add in the universal ones like Ash and Imperm, stuff like that. Well, then again, Ash isn't getting as much play as it used to because Fire Kings and Rescuers don't care. So I guess these days to be Imperm, right now would be, that's a discussion actually. I might do that. What are the better hand traps to run right now? Because obviously Imperm is always good. If you're Nibiru, obviously right now. Draw and Lock is Draw and Lock. Come on, that card just shuts off so many decks. So I guess it really depends on where you're playing. Like, if you're at your locals, depends on what decks are being played the most. I'll go over that in a sec. Hero Libs. Every hero deck's got to have Hero Libs. 3 E-Call. You could cut this out to 2, actually, if you really want. Heroes already have a lot of consistency. Neos Fusion. I've said this before in other videos. I'll mention it again. Remember, if you're going to be playing this deck, always, unless you're in a terrible situation and you need to get someone on the field at least, Neos Fusion, make sure you always play that card last. Because if you activate it, after that, you can't special summon anymore. So, let's be a little careful with that. Let's see. I'm running 3 Ian Shuffle and 3 Ian Engage Neospace. Now, again, like I said, if you want to play Imperm and all them, you could cut E-Call, Engage Neospace, and Ian Shuffle all down to 2 and play it and be able to fit them in if you really want. It's, again, Always a player preference thing. But plus, I'm gonna be honest. When I've side decked before, I usually just do that anyways. Let's see. This deck plays a lot of spells actually. Super Poly. Gonna be seeing this a lot more soon with the new Bell cards. Gotta love Super Poly, right? Fusion Deployment. I've been using this card a lot. I can see now why it's really good. But again, if you want to fit like Imperm and or Ash or whatever you're playing, you cut that down to 2 as well. Rhoda, Foolish Burial. Foolish Burial isn't as great here as it is in Omni Heroes, because obviously we play like the Destiny Heroes in there. So if you want, you could cut it. Again, it's a suggestion. Call by the Grave. This card's even more important these days. And obviously our other one-ups, our most important one-ups. Poly, Miracle Fusion, Favorite Contact. Gotta love those cards. So like, yeah, if you want, you could cut, like I said, if you really want to fit like Imperm and all them, like I said, hand traps, you could cut I'll just go over this really quick, that way, because I feel like somebody's gonna mention some in the comments. You could cut all 3 of these cards down to 2. And you could cut these 2 out if you want. And you could even cut one down to 2 Crosskeeper if you want. Or cut out Air Hummingbird if you want, if you don't want to play that. Again, it's a player preference thing. But I like all 3 of these to max out because, like I said, I wanted to turbo out Cosmo and Neos as fast as possible. So, that's it for the main deck right there. Time for the extra deck. The 1 non-fusion. Infernal Deceiver. Still comes up in this build. Not as much as it used to. A lot more used in Omni Heroes, if I'm being honest. Best Super Poly targets. Garura. And you gotta have our Mud Dragon. These cards look familiar. Sunrise. Ab-Zero. Ab-Zero is always good. Wingman. Neos Wingman. Seriously, when are they going to put him in Master Duel? Seriously. And Wake Up Your Elemental Hero. These are like some of the better ones. Now, really quick, another card you could cut out. Like I said, if you want to run like Armed Neos or Rainbow Neos, you could just cut out Infernal Deceiver, if I'm being honest. But again, if you don't, it's an okay card. Shoot, I had Air Neos a long time ago, but I had to sell it. Adulting, right? But if I still had it, I plan on getting another one eventually. I just really don't like ordering cards that expensive online, and I haven't run into anyone who has one. But hopefully when I am able to get another one soon, hopefully, I would cut this out for Air Neos to put that out there. Someday they'll release our boy, right? Someday. And now time for the big cards. 1 Brave Neos. 1 Aqua Neos. 1 Grand Neos. Dark Neos. And the ones that require 3. Storm Neos. This is one of the reasons why I wanted to start playing Air Hummingbird, because Storm Neos is a crazy card because it just blows up your opponent's back row, and the fact you get banished cards too is even more amazing. Like put it up there in case you want to pause and read it. There we go. But basically, when this card is shuffled in the extra deck, shuffle all cards in the field in the deck. Or I shuffles them, sorry. I got it mixed up with Nebula Neos. Another amazing card, and our best card. Basically, our the Neos hero, the E hero version of Red Dragon Archfiend's King Calamities. This card, if you watch the gameplay between me and Channel Never See It, spoiler warning, as soon as I busted onto him using Favorite Contact during his turn, he scooped right there, because you can't do anything once he's summoned. This card is just nuts. Love this card. I actually wouldn't change up. I like this lineup a lot. But again, hopefully eventually I can get another Aaron Neo soon. Let's end the extra deck. The extra deck is like subject to change, if I'm being honest with you, because again, it always depends on what your locals looks like. I just really like to jam pack mine with a lot of going turn 2 or turn 1 cards. With all the freaking with all the way the deck, I like this card, but I kind of prefer. I think I would rather have Nibiru, if I'm being honest, just because, like I said, with all the Fire Kings and all them, I might switch that one out. Back row removal, gotta have that. Still can't believe this card's at 3, so I'm gonna, just like most people, I'm gonna abuse this as long as possible. 3 evenly matched. The card going first that absolutely is important to wreck a lot of decks right now. So many decks, like there's the Horus engine, there's the Bellstar engine and all that. So many, and even Bonfire, no matter how much it is, you got this out, they still gotta wait a turn. So Anti-Spell Fragate is a monster. And I still like to run Solemn Judgment in my side for heroes, just because I like the idea of being able to set up all of my stuff and then have this as like that one important negate, because there's always that one card they try to use to like blow up our stuff, and they half the time they don't expect this. So this is something I like to tech in. Plus, it's solid, right? Let's be real. Alrighty. So that's pretty much the entire deck right there. A couple of other cards you could play, by the way, are where'd I put that? Oh, there it is. Let's see. Now, if you want to do like quick OTKs, Honest Neos is still a really good option. And if you really want, I've been messing with this. I haven't on like a lot of time to mess with this card, but Protection of the Elements is something I've heard about, and I've tried it a couple of times, not a lot, but when it works out, it actually works out. So, like if you have like a random hero on the field, like Spirit of Neos or something, just use this, and it's an Omni Gate for heroes, so it's pretty sweet. You can also use Instant Contact, combine this with your Flame Wingman or your other cards, and you can just easily, like I said, just do some crazy stuff right there. Like I said, there's the Arm Dragon package if you want to play those. And if you again for Super Poly, if you want to like switch up the extra deck, there's always the really good Omni Hero Super Poly targets. So there's a lot of cards you can mess around with this deck. It's a lot of fun. But like I said, I might be slowing down a bit on Neos heroes. Now, not completely. It's only because with Yubel coming out, it's good to I really want to like showcase Omni Heroes and Yubel. So I'm gonna be showing that deck soon as I got it done and ready. So if you want to see Heroes and Yubel content, basically I'm gonna be on my Supreme King stuff lately. If you want to see that, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. And honestly, just let me know in the comments what are you excited? What are the GX decks would you want to see here? We're definitely gonna get Cyber Dragons here. So if you want to see like I don't know Ojamas, I have another friend who likes Armed Dragons, so we can get him to try that out. If you want to see that, let me know in the comments, and just have a good weekend. Take care. Bye.